The main thing we should have as an outcome from after this mission is the opening of these transit zones for some NGOs. We went to the main one, Roscoe. It's a transit area where some refugees are coming from Serbia and they are staying there while they are waiting for permission to get in. And the main concern of all the NGOs we met, and we talked with members of the government and from the parliament, is that the NGOs, the main ones, the ones who are dealing with legal advice and psychological support, are not allowed to get in a permanent way. This means the legal advice consultants and this Helsinki committee, they can be called to go there when a refugee needs help, but they cannot be there all the time in a free way. We have two NGOs in Hungary. They are quite used to deal with these kind of problems. At the psychological level, psychological support, there is an NGO called Cordelia. They are used to give training all around the world. People know them, they are really good. And the Helsinki committee, they are used to give legal advice to many, many refugees, especially in Hungary, but all around the world. So my appeal is to ask Mr. Orban to allow these two NGOs, Cordelia and Helsinki committee, at least to be there every day, to have access to the refugees, and could help also the authorities how to deal with this problem, how to deal with these lives, how to create better conditions for these people to have their rights protected. We see that nowadays there are not so many refugees in Hungary. I would say that if some measures would be even discussable in the past during the worst part of the crisis, we see now that many of those reforms of these new rules are too much, because there is not anymore a pressure of refugees in Hungary. That's why I think it's too much. It's a kind of a propaganda way to put the citizens together against a common enemy. And I think that nowadays the refugee crisis is not anymore like it was before. That's why we think that most of the reforms we are proposing, it's to avoid another crisis like this and be better prepared to receive these people, to integrate them, and also to create conditions that they can go back to their country in a safe way, in a free way, to be back on their berths where they probably all of them prefer to live than in Europe.